You should never try this at home without the proper equipment. If you're going to try it, make sure you're wearing knee pads, elbow pads. Make sure you always wear a helmet. That's the most important piece. Make sure you always got goggles on so you don't get dirt in your eyes and you can always see. And most importantly, keep it on two wheels and have fun.
Dirt bikes have a very interesting history and are a vital part to many well-known sports. These sports, in their various forms, have become a huge source of entertainment in recent years. Riding dirt bikes is enjoyable for a wide age range and is worth a try. The first motorcycle was invented in 1867 by Sylvester Howard Roper. It was a two-cylinder, steam-powered engine that was fueled by coal. It wasn't until 1885 that the first gas-powered motorcycle was invented. It was basically an engine strapped to a wooden bike. As motorcycles gained popularity, so too did motorcycle racing, which eventually evolved to an early form of motocross, which is simply racing motorcycles around a dirt track, often with jumps or other obstacles.
The first example of motocross racing can be traced back to the off-road events held in the United Kingdom in 1924. The first race, known as the Scrambler, was held in Camberley, Shirley, and was based on the trail races previously occurred in Britain. The sport didn't gain popularity until the 1930s.
These first races were done on normal street motorcycles with little or no modifications. It wasn't until the early 1950s that people really started filming the races. While there were many adaptations to make motorcycles more off-road capable, the first motorcycle specifically made to be a dirt bike was the Yamaha DT1, which was produced in 1968. This bike had a one-cylinder, 249 cubic centimeter two-stroke engine and a 5-speed transmission. As these early forms of motocross gained popularity, offshoots of the sport developed, such as freestyle and supercross. '99 marked the debut of motocross in the X Games 5, and the sport has stuck with the X Games ever since. A true motocross success story is that of Travis Pastrana, who at age 14 was already the freestyle world champion and competing in the X Games. Freestyle motocross is a trick-based competition in which riders hit huge jumps and do stunts in the air in order to impress judges.
Three jump-ups this year, including right here, right now, San Francisco Moto X. You know, I know that his factory sponsor, Suzuki, is grooming him to be a supercross star. He's not old enough yet. Look at the Indian Air with the Superman C-Grab! That is it. That is the stuff right there. Look at the twist of the leg. Look at him. He's just showing the crowd. Superman C-Grab to Indian Air.
Supercross is an indoor arena style of motocross. Another form of motocross that has evolved is the sport of endurocross. In this sport, riders race over extremely rough terrain. This variant can be held indoors in a similar fashion to supercross or outdoors on very rocky terrain.
hard, but it's sorting the man out from the boys, you know? That's what it's about.
We've got to just keep trying and trying. If we can't get up, we've just got to keep going and going. But this is definitely the hardest one that's going now.
As motorcycles evolved, a naming system was developed that explains different attributes about the bikes using a series of letters and numbers.
The various letters represent the manufacturer's designations, like the CRF is for Honda, the KX or the KXF is for Kawasaki, the YZ and the YZF series are for Yamaha, Suzuki's are the RM and the RMC, and then the numbers represent the amount of CCs or the size of the bike, like a KX 250F is a 250cc 4-stroke dirt bike.
And why?
It's just, I've rode KTMs my whole life ever since I started.
The new Kawasaki's are the bike of the year. They've got some of the best suspension, best performance overall in comparison of the other three manufacturers.
As well as different numbers and letters, there are also two different types of engine, each with their own uses.
The first type is a two-cycle engine. Typically you'll find two-cycle engines in radio-controlled vehicles, small-scale applications, and some types of lawn tools including chainsaws. The second type of engine I'm going to talk about is a four-cycle engine, where you'll find them from anywhere from a go-kart engine to a lawnmower engine, all the way up to the standard internal combustion engine in your vehicle. To start off, I'm going to talk about a two-cycle engine. Unlike a four-cycle engine, two-cycle engines use a fuel-oil mix due to the fact that they do not have an oil reservoir. Four-cycle engines are a more common type of engine, ranging from lawnmower engines up to an automobile engine.
Two-stroke engines are used more for racing dirt bikes, whereas four-stroke engines are used more for trail bikes.
Two-strokes are generally much more powerful for their size and weight, but you have to mix gas and oil in proper ratios, and they produce more emissions. Four-strokes are used for trail bikes since they are quieter, and you don't need as powerful of an engine when trail riding as opposed to racing. It is because of the different power to weight ratio that the other bike makes us jump with ease, whereas my four-stroke cannot. Pricing for dirt bikes varies by size, engine type, and what upgrades you want, as well as whether the bike is new or used. First off, we will look at four-stroke dirt bikes. This is the Honda CRF 150F, the exact same as my personal bike. It has standard suspension, standard brakes, is air-cooled, and has a standard exhaust system. The price for one of these new is $3,199 without any upgrades. This is the Honda CRF 150R, the race version of my bike. It has upgraded brakes, racing suspension, and because of higher engine temperatures, it is liquid-cooled. It also has a racing exhaust system. This bike costs $5,199 without any other upgrades. This is my bike, a Honda CRF 150F, which we bought lightly used for only $960. This Yamaha 230 is a trail bike, costing $3,799, and there is no racing variant of this bike. My neighbor bought his Yamaha TTR 230 for only $1,700 used. As two-strokes are for racing, they are in lower demand than four-strokes. Due to this, you have to order a two-stroke rather than buy directly from a shop. In general though, two-strokes cost more new because of low demand, but less or about the same used as four-strokes. A key element to being a professional at motocross, or any other extreme sport for that matter, is to avoid dying. This is where equipment safety comes in.
One thing I would say is just make sure you never go riding without boots. Make sure you always got a helmet. Make sure you always wear your chest plate. Make sure you always have the proper gear, like the elbow pads is another thing you wear. You want to wear knee pads. And you never want to get on a bike without a helmet, because bad things can happen without that. As much as you can get hurt with it, you can really get hurt without it.
His practices are always full riding gear, good set of motocross boots, good helmet, chest protector, long sleeves, and a pair of riding pants are always good. Just because the bikes are heavy and there's a lot of obstacles on the trail. Always pay attention to your surroundings, make sure there's nobody coming down the trail you're going up, because that does hurt. It has happened. It's not fun.
Parents especially agree that equipment safety is important for anyone riding dirt bikes.
Safety first, always. We make sure he has the best of everything. We don't skimp. The first thing you don't skimp on is safety. We make sure he has it on and he's aware.
Helmet safety has played a huge role in my experience with dirt bikes, even while we were filming for our own video project. While that didn't look so bad, I managed to sprain my wrist and would have been in much worse shape had I not been wearing the proper gear.
Well, right here you can see I tore up my number, tore most of my grip off the metal, scratched this all to hell, broke my clutch, and good thing I was wearing my helmet, huh? Went right over the handlebars, skidded my head along the ground. Helmet safety!
It can be said that riding dirt bikes is a very broad-ranging sport, and one that everyone should try at least once in their lifetime.
Don't do it unless you're willing to get bounced around a little bit and get bumps and bruises, because it's not for everybody. There's no learning curve. It's kind of a steep one if you want to learn and catch up to it. But the constant maintenance, yeah, there's always maintenance on the bikes. You got to be prepared to fix the bikes. You got to be prepared to fix yourself. Don't do it unless you got health insurance. Everybody needs health insurance.
Not afraid to get dirty.
And stay dirty.
No, in one motion you stand up, and then when you sit back down, hold in the clutch harder. You have to hold in the clutch all the way. Stop. You drove it forwards, and the kick.
6.5 hours later.